Gary Antuanne Russell loses last night to Alberto Puello, somebody that, one of these spoilers, man, one of these fighters that they pull him out of nowhere and you get a lot of surprises from these type of fighters, man. And he surprised everybody. Great fight as far as watching Puello move. It's an excellent fighter, very experienced, seeing real game. He was piecing up Gary Russell, man. This is the first southpaw that Gary Antuanne Russell faced, so there probably was going to be some challenges. But this dude, man, he's from Dominican Republic, man. Some rugged fighters from over there, dude. And dude wasn't really a big puncher, but he was able to negate a lot of stuff that Gary Russell Jr. was trying to do because he was a skilled fighter. Didn't never seem phased much by Gary's power. He had a good chin on him. Sturdy, solid. Gary was trying to implement and listen to some of the stuff that his brother was telling him to do, but it just to no avail, man. He was getting frustrated in there. It looked like too. But I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot from watching him fight. It could be a lot of the inactivity because he don't fight, man. He hardly is fighting. These dudes is very inactive, man. Last time he fought was last August. Up until now. So, the dude only fighting once a year. He fought one time in 2023. He fought twice in 2022. Once in 2021. Once in 2020. The busiest year he had was like 2019. You know what I mean? 2019 he had like 5 fights. So he don't have that many fights to begin with. You need to get some experience in, man. And I was one of these dudes, that was real high. I was kind of high on Gary Antuanne Russell. He's a decent fighter, but like I said, man, shit start changing when you step it up. And I think a lot of times, man, we get these wild card fighters, man, these dark horses that come in. Just because we don't know who they are, that doesn't mean they're not good fighters. We've been seeing this lately. From the Sandor Martins to the Chukazans to the Adironians, if I'm saying his name correctly. We've been seeing that from these dudes. So they threw him in there with a southpaw. They said they were trying to train, try to spar and get some practice in with a southpaw, and that was the outcome, bro. Now, would it have been different if dude was an orthodox fighter? Probably, who knows? But dude was giving Gary Antuanne that work. He was missing shots. But Gary, he just seemed his accuracy wasn't on. It's partly the rust and not fighting a lot, man. So dude ended up winning. So where does Gary Antuanne Russell go from here? Well, go back in the gym and start training, man. He's gonna have to fight more southpaws, obviously, because if he's gonna keep fighting, he's gonna run into more southpaws. And I'm just wondering, man. I mean, he was 16-0 before this fight. Why didn't somebody? This the whole time he been fighting, nobody gave him southpaws. That's a little crazy, man. So that's his handler's fault. That's kind of like you're hindering your fighter when you do stuff like that. He don't have. They must have saw he had trouble with southpaws early on in his career. I don't know, and they don't want to put him in there with no southpaws, man. But that's like cheating your way to the top, man. You got to put him in there with all different facets of fighters, man. And you see what happens. It's the outcome. Nonetheless, pretty decent fight. He got a lot to do, man, Gary Antuanne Russell. So we'll see where he goes next. Anyway, what y'all thought about the fight, man. Drop them comments and talk to me. This your boy Rebel Life Boxing. You know what it is. Hit that button. Hit that subscribe, all that. I'll see y'all in the next one.